What's up, agents? Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 build video. Today's video is going to be very different, very fresh. I've come up with an incredibly powerful combination utilizing the tip of the spear gear set. A lot of people don't realize how powerful that gear set is, and I don't think I've ever seen a build made this way before. So you guys are going to see how powerful my flamethrower is. You can absolutely destroy heroic NPCs in about 2 or 3 seconds, and you generate ammo every minute. It's such a fun build to utilize with the firewall specialization and the flamethrower. There are many different ways to run this build. As you guys know, I will give you some options or show you how you can change it up to suit your own playstyles. Never copy your build. So how this video is going to be structured, I am going to showcase the build in detail, possibly show some little snippets of gameplay, and then after we've gone through the build, I will showcase some nice gameplay for you guys. So let's get into the build description. So this one is going to be slightly different from the first ever tip of the spear build I made, and I think this is only the second build I've ever made utilizing tip of the spear. The previous one utilized the tardigrade chest piece. If you guys did not know, let me quickly showcase that to you. The tardigrade chest piece is very good when utilized with tip of the spear. Why? Because killing an enemy with your specialization weapon removes this cooldown for all allies. You can constantly refresh tardigrade for your team and yourself. And I have made a video about that before, utilizing the demolitionist specialization, the grenade launcher. It's very powerful to give yourself more explosive damage. Link will be in the description if you would like to see that one. Right off the bat, I want to explain my idea for this build and how I came up with it. I originally put my tip of the spear gear set on. I was playing with it a bit. I tried different specializations, the big sniper, the grenade launcher, which was good. Some of the other ones from the technician as well, the rocket launcher. And when I used the flamethrower, this thing right here, I couldn't believe how quickly the enemies dropped and how fast we generate ammo. It's incredibly powerful, and the fact that we can hold our shield out with this and shoot this with our shield is really, really strong, considering the shield also gives us extra damage. So it just makes sense to use this. And the nice thing about it is it's fire, which means we proc a status effect. Now, there are different ways you can utilize this build. I myself have gone for the more weapon damage route because tip of the spear does give you a lot of weapon damage. Therefore, I've got crit chance and crit damage. That is by no means the best way to run this. I've also gone for the exotic holster. We're going to be putting enemies on fire, but this just puts them on fire even more. So I just wanted to utilize this to make use of the pyromaniac, which gives us more damage to burning enemies. And we also put burn on the enemies after a certain number of kills, and that is going to be 3. So what you could do is, instead of rolling crit chance and all of this, you could change it up and go for a status effect build if you don't want to do that much damage with your gun. You could even place the special mask that gives you more damage towards status affected targets, which is the vial mask. Put the vial mask on and also have golden gear holster to increase your status effects. There's so many ways you can actually make this build, and then once you spec status effects, you will be doing way more burn damage. But here's the thing, I have gone for 2 skill tiers. The main reason being because that does not increase the burn damage of the flamethrower. It does not. What it does is it gives my skills more damage, and it gives me more skill tiers because I didn't really want to go for blues. You can have as many blues as you want, as many reds or yellows. So I think 2 yellows are nice because the holster comes with 1 with status effects, and we also get more strength for our incinerator turret. And I will be honest, it's not the strongest skill in the game, but I wanted to use it. It's fun. And initially what I used is not a shield. I used a chem launcher, a burn chem launcher, fire starter chem launcher, which is very, very good. So this would definitely be a good option if you didn't want to use a shield. But a lot of the times I felt like I needed the shield, and it just gives me so much more survivability and extra damage from my flamethrower and my weapons. Let's take a look at the tip of the spear gear set so that I can explain why I've actually gone for the chest piece and the backpack with this setup. So tip of the spear works like this. We get 10% signature weapon damage. The 3-piece gives us 10% baseline weapon damage, which is very powerful. That's really, really nice. So even if you didn't want to go for crit damage and crit chance, just status effect, you'll still be hitting really hard on your non-crits as well. So this is very, very powerful. The 4-piece is called Aggressive Recon. It is indicated by this icon. You guys will see it light up on your character's nameplate, or should I say just below your armor values where talents normally proc up. Dealing weapon damage or dealing damage with a signature weapon increases total weapon damage by 20% for 60 seconds. So not only do we get baseline 10, but a further 20 but the chest piece moves that to 40%. So that's 60% weapon damage we're getting extra, which is really, really powerful. This is by no means a status effect skill build. It is a damage build with your gun. You can hit so hard with this, as you guys will see from the gameplay I will showcase shortly. And this is for 60 seconds, which is a long time. Automatically generates signature weapon ammo every 60 seconds. So the chest piece gives us more weapon damage, and the backpack gives us very good utility, which is increases signature weapon damage by 20%, which is really nice, and then doubles the amount of signature weapon ammo generated by aggressive recon. This is very necessary because, especially if you're using the grenade launcher, we want to get as much ammo as we can. The flamethrower, probably the top one, you want more ammo because it does chew through ammo quite quickly. But you can wait, like even now I'm generating ammo just standing here talking about the build. Then you go in and you can clear 2 rooms with just 2 canisters. So it's very powerful because of the damage that we are actually outputting, especially if you spec into more status effects. So that's up to you. You guys can push it to the max if you want to go for full status effects, but I have gone for more of like a hybrid or a combination of a bit of status effect and a bit of weapon damage, but more towards the weapon damage side of things, because this mask right here gives me a lot of weapon damage and it just gets my crit chance up to the cap, and the pyromaniac, because everything will be on fire, huge amounts of damage. So let's take a look at the build from the beginning. So make sure you do use this specialization with this setup I've got now. Because, for example, if you use a grenade launcher, we're not going to be utilizing grenades or explosive damage. So that's a different build entirely, or any of the other ones. But I think the Jetstream flamethrower is really powerful and really fun. Because everything's going to be on fire, I recommend using the Pyromaniac, guys. It's very strong. After 3 kills, we apply the burning, but we get another 25% on top of that already insane amount from the tip of the spear gear set. Gives us so much more weapon damage. Damage 2 targets out of cover, modified for crit chance and crit damage. And make sure you guys do have this if you're a new player. Get the sturdy extended 5.56 magazine, which is very important. Mechanical animal for more skill tiers. If you want to be using more skills, it's up to you. You can use a capacitor. It doesn't matter. Whatever you guys want to use there. Then the pistol, if you want to have stronger skills, you pull this out. Card custom gives us an extra skill tier, and tap them. It gives us a lot of skill damage and weapon damage, which is really, really good. Now, with the armor values, you can go as many yellows as you want. Just remember, the yellows won't increase status effect. It'll increase your skill damage and your shield health. It's very strong. I think having 2 yellows and then 3 reds and 1 blue, it just is kind of a balance. I like it, but it's up to you how you want to go for that. So the mask I've gone for is just going to give me baseline weapon damage. So the reason why I have got crit chance is because we do get a base amount of critical damage from our Shade Tech watch. And because we're getting so much more weapon damage, it makes sense to try and crit most of the time. But like I said before, you can go for headshot damage, which would be really, really good. And you can also go for status effect to increase the burn. So it's up to you, or even go for something that increases skill damage. It's up to you guys. Choose whatever you want here. I've gone for weapon damage, crit chance with a crit chance modification. Very nice. Then the holster, we have gone for Imperial Dynasty. It puts enemies on the burn, which gives us more damage from our gun. You can swap this to whatever you want. Golden Gear, Wyvern skill for more skill damage for the skills, the flamethrower or the chem launcher fire starter, Cheska for more crit chance. There's so many other options. It's endless. It's really, really up to you and how you want to play. Just play with it. Put the gear set on, give it a try, play with it, utilize it, and then you'll be able to figure out how you want to play and what, if you're playing in a team or playing solo. So I've rolled everything on the tip of the spear. Crit chance with a crit chance modification, also the backpack crit chance modification. I've got crit damage. Depends how much crit chance you have. Don't overspec or underspec. So just balance it out between the two. Gloves as well, crit chance. Then knee pads, we have got crit chance. So I think this build is not only just fun, but it is a lot stronger than you think it may be. The combination of the damage from the really powerful flamethrower and the fact that we can hit so hard from the weapon damage we're getting from this gear set makes it a lot of fun. And I promise you guys, you'll be blasting everything with this flamethrower all the time, and it's very powerful. So the skills, I've gone for the incinerated turret. You can use whatever you want. You can use the chem launcher, like I said, that's really strong. Make sure you guys give it a try with both skills. The shield just helps me do more damage if I want to utilize the flamethrower, and it also gives me more survivability, like I said before. But it's up to you guys if you want to go for more skills. I think the possibilities are endless with the setup, and it's a lot of fun to use. So statistics, let's go through it, then you guys can enjoy some gameplay. Crit damage isn't the highest, but don't be fooled. When we're not critting, we're going to be hitting a lot of damage anyway. So when we are critting, it's going to be still very strong. Well, obviously, it's going to be more damage when we're critting, but non-crits, because of the baseline weapon damage, we'll still be hitting like a truck. So pause the video if you would like to see any of the other statistics. And with that being said, hopefully you guys do enjoy this build. Give it a try. Leave a comment down below. Hopefully you do like this video and subscribe. And enjoy the gameplay, guys. I will be seeing everybody very soon. in the next video. Peace out.
We've lost one. Can't take much more fire.
Got a visual on additional hostiles in the memorial.
I found him. Nice guy.
Damn close!
What the fuck?